Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a kind and talented boy named Ming. Ming loved to paint and spent his days drawing beautiful pictures with his old paintbrush. One day, as he was walking through the forest, he stumbled upon a small, shiny object. It was a magic paintbrush. Excitedly, Ming took the paintbrush home and began to paint with it. To his amazement, everything he painted with the magic brush came to life. He painted a bird, and it flew out of the canvas, chirping happily. He painted a tree, and it grew tall and strong right in his backyard. News of Ming's magic paintbrush spread quickly through the village. People from all around came to see the boy who could bring his paintings to life. But Ming was careful. He only used the paintbrush to help those in need. He painted food for the hungry, houses for the homeless, and clothes for the poor. One day, a greedy king heard about Ming and his magic paintbrush. He sent his soldiers to capture the boy and bring him to the palace. "Paint me a mountain of gold," the king demanded. Ming knew the king was selfish and cruel. He thought for a moment, then smiled. "As you wish, your majesty," he said. Ming painted a large sea in the middle of the king's courtyard. The sea came to life and waves crashed onto the palace grounds. "Where is my gold?" The king shouted angrily. "Be patient, your majesty," Ming replied. He then painted a golden mountain on the other side of the sea. The king, eager for the treasure, ordered his soldiers to row across the sea to fetch the gold. But as they reached the middle of the sea, Ming painted a fierce storm. The waves grew bigger and bigger, and the soldiers had to turn back to save themselves. The king, realizing he had been outwitted, begged Ming to stop the storm. Ming agreed, but only on the condition that the king would promise to be kind and generous to his people. The king, having no choice, agreed. From that day on, the king kept his promise, and the village flourished under his fair rule. As for Ming, he continued to use his magic paintbrush to help others, always remembering that true happiness comes from sharing and caring for one another. And so the village lived happily ever after, thanks to the magic paintbrush and the kind-hearted boy who knew how to use it wisely.